During our break, Dana White had an altercation with his wife, which was a public altercation where, she and he were having an argument. And throughout that argument, Dana White put his hands on his wife, and that was all caught on camera. And Dana White came out with a statement. He said, I'm literally making no excuses for this thing at all. It's never happened before. It's the first time that it's ever happened. And people are going to say what they're going to say. It's deserved. I deserve it. To have Dana White deal with this so publicly is obviously a very difficult thing for his family. And so we want to be sensitive to that. We also want to be sensitive to his wife and what she's dealing with through this altercation being such a public ordeal for both Dana White and his family. In that, I want to say this. I in no way condone putting your hands on a woman. I don't care if it's Dana White. I don't care if it's Ryan Clark. I don't care if it's any fighter on the roster or any man in the world. What Dana White, and in the way that he's handled it in the aftermath of being fully accountable for his actions, speaking that those are not things that he has ever done, has ever wanted to do, or will do forward, I think is extremely important. And also accepting that he deserves the criticism that he will receive from this was extremely important for not only Dana White to say, but for the world to hear.
Yeah, absolutely, Ryan. And, everybody waits for an opinion on a situation like this. But I'll tell you this right now. Dana White was wrong. And he told you he was wrong. We have long been told our entire lives that we are not supposed to put our hands on women. Yep. Dana White himself has gone on record to say you are not supposed to put your hand on women. He understands that. He took accountability immediately. Now, here's the question, though. And in these instances, the one thing you think about first is the family, the children, and the rest of the White family and how they will get through this. But Dana's making no excuses for his actions, right? Some fighters are trying to defend him. He doesn't defend himself. Why should anyone go to defend an action that he is saying, I was wrong? Everyone knows that is wrong. But for me, it's what happens next. How does Dana White become a voice for trying to help people in these situations? How does he go forward and lead the charge to try to help people to try to combat this type of situation, domestic violence and all these other things? That's the question for me. It's no debate, Ryan. It's not like we can sit up here for 10 minutes and debate whether or not it was right or it was wrong. There's no debate. Everyone is on the same page. He said it's wrong. I know it's wrong. You know it's wrong, and everyone around the world knows it's wrong. But the reality is what comes next. How does Dana help with this issue going forward? I think that's what's important.
So what we want to tell all the followers of DC and RC is that both of us unequivocally stand against domestic violence, and we want to make sure that the women who are affected by these acts have support, and that the men who are involved in these altercations learn how to handle themselves better and are handled in the way that they should be for what is done.